Hey, everybody, it's Tiffany with another episode of Meet the Trainers, and I've got two mainstays of the TACCon universe with Steve and Allan here joining us. Hopefully, you already know them from Palisade Training in North Texas, ladies and gentlemen, right there where TACCon is in their backyard. So thank you, Steve and Allan, for welcoming us to your home space. But for those who have not had the pleasure of meeting you, please introduce yourselves.
Well, my name is Steve Moses. I am a co-owner of Palisade Training Group, along with Allan McBee. He and I have been training together and teaching for nearly 30 years. I don't know how many training hours we've amassed. I know that I've taken over 100 courses, and golly, I think in 2001, I turned in 1,600 hours of education to TCO. Done a lot since then. Uh, Among other things, I am a range master, professional pistol craft instructor now. That was a lofty goal. I wasn't sure that I was going to make it, but I squeaked by. The shined on me, I guess, and everything.
No, you
So, among
great.
other things, got a number of instructor certifications. We own Palisade Training Group. I am a staff member, content contributor, and customer support representative for the Farm Trainers Association. We are going to provide free coffee in the morning, all 3 mornings again. So it should be Black Rifle coffee, which that's always been well received. And, a lot of people kind of come in there grumpy and they leave smiling. And so we hope that's a positive impact. And, just done a lot of stuff and everything. So very, very glad to be teaching this class along with the boy wonder here, Allan McBee. So Allan, introduce yourself.
Um, yes, Allan McBee. I've been tailing along behind Steve now since we worked together at the Texas Pistol Academy a long, long time ago when everyone was running 1911s out of Weaver platforms. And it's been a great journey. I'm a range master, master firearms instructor, and shotgun instructor. And I have a little bit of overlap in my instructor ratings with Steve. I'll never catch up to him. He won't allow that.
That's right.
But I've been a dedicated training junkie now since the late '80s, basically, and did a lot of private security work. And I'm a perpetual student, and he who teaches learns. It's been kind of in my credo. So
Nice.
and just really happy to be back at TACCon this year. We're very excited about presenting this particular block of instruction.
Yeah. So real quick, random tidbits before we move into information about your class. First of all, sorry if you hear my dog trotting around. She seems to think every Zoom meeting is all about her. Secondly, Allan, didn't we take Tom's shotgun instructor class together?
Yes, we did.
You were joined at the hip.
You were my training partner. So Allan was coaching me through and helped me make it through Tom's shotgun class. So I appreciate that. Thank you. I thought so. When you said that, I remembered it.
Yeah, I was up in Oklahoma.
That's right. That's right. And also thank you once again for providing coffee, and thank you to FTA. I am a new member. I just joined. Thanks again for your help with that, Steve. So super excited. Okay, but enough of that.
I always love it when a range master member and instructor joins up, and I especially love it when that particular person is you.
Well, it was long overdue. I think I've been telling you for a couple of years that I need to switch. I need to switch. And I just never did it. And so this year made it happen. Sorry for the delay.
No problem.
Let's talk about your 4-hour live fire block on Sunday at TACCon. And it is a new class to TACCon. It's called a 3D approach to defensive shooting, right? Tell us about that.
Well, I took an outstanding class last year from Dr. James Williams. It was the Tactical Anatomy Shooting with X-ray Vision Instructor course. I was already interested in this. Much of the information that I had, achieved earlier, I actually achieved it through Tom. Tom teaches, the importance of, surgical accuracy and basically doing what you need to do in order to stop someone that is trying to kill you right now in the shortest amount of time. Because the longer they have to do that, the greater are the chances that they will succeed. Took that class, and we very quickly adopted a lot of the material that we learned in that class into the teaching that we're doing. Like even in our church security instructor class, our defensive rifle class, all of our classes, we're now putting more emphasis on teaching tactical anatomy. So to that end, we went ahead and we developed a course that basically was completely structured on, that objective. So the goal is to, help our students understand what they might need to do in the event that they were forced to defend themselves in terms of stopping that fight as quickly as they possibly can. So a big part of it is going to be understanding what are the zones of neutralization. We're going to identify those. We're going to look where they are on medical charts. We're going to look at them with what we call tactical anatomy targets. We have an overlay of the center thoracic area. And then we also have 5 interesting guys. Their job is just to show up and be shot. They are half torso, or actually full torso 3D dummies that we actually put clothes on. So people have an opportunity to see what that actually looks like and how do they need to target those rounds. This is not necessarily a course where a high degree of skill is necessary. People that come to TACCON, I don't care if this is your first time, I don't care if you're someone that's done a lot of shooting, but you really don't know what's it going to take, maybe to switch someone off as quickly as possible if the need arises. And even for trainers that perhaps would like to be able to take some of this information back to their students and everything. So we're real excited about doing it. We had our first class, about 3 weeks ago, is that correct? Had really good response to that. The students were very pleased with the learning that took place. And the other thing is that we emphasize that in this particular class, success is measured by what you learned, not how well you shot or whether you got every shot in that area. And one of the things that a lot of people don't understand if you've done nothing but shoot at cardboard targets is that, well, in real life, people are angled, people move, they can find themselves in a very awkward position in which you may still need to engage them. So how do you do that, and how do you do that effectively? Anything you'd add?
Well, yeah, unlike a range target, a two-dimensional target, people have depth. And so as that depth rotates around, how do you want to go ahead and engage that person? And like Steve keeps emphasizing, stop them quickly. It's actually a 4D approach because there is the fourth dimension, which is time. We've got length, width, and depth, but we have this time component. And one thing I really like, we had all skill levels in this class that we just ran, and everyone got something out of it, something different. And people are concerned about training scars. And one thing we do in this class also, we have a component where we have a visual instead of an auditory engagement stimulus.
Mhm.
And we were all listening for beeps, and it's good to like, I like it at the range master match, the targets turn, and I always find myself sitting there I see movement, but part of my brain is going, where's the beep? So we really cover a lot of kind of interesting things, and hopefully it'll be very provocative and get people thinking about issues like that.
And 100% credit to John Holston for basically introducing us to that concept of when to engage and when to stop. In many instances, when to stop is not when you fired a certain amount of rounds or you've decided that you're hitting everywhere that needs to be hit. It's what's going to be action on the part of the aggressor. The aggressor could, cease the assault, drop their gun, surrender, run off, or even move. And so I think it's going to be a really, really good class. I think it's going to be well received. And again, we're just happy that y'all would have us back again.
Absolutely. That's our pleasure. We're lucky to have you. This sounds super interesting and very thought-provoking, as you said. These 3D targets, so can you actually see organs inside of them?
No, they are hard plastic targets. And
Gotcha.
so, I mean, these things stand up. We're going to shoot them.
They
And
take a
so
lot of
basically what we
punishment.
do is we go ahead and we put white T-shirts over them, tight white
Ah.
T-shirts. So we show where to position. And basically we have one exercise where the student has to come by and engage one of these targets with, a required number of rounds that's in different positions, such as full frontal, quartering, side, and even back. And of course, why would we shoot somebody in the back? Well, the reason is that it's necessary to take that action on behalf of a third party. It's something that could really, it's something that we all need to think about if indeed we are involved in an active shooter situation where we need to get in and rescue these other people. We're not a big believer in that, oh man, this is your opportunity to be a hero. We recommend against that, but there are going to be those situations. Could be in your church, it could be in your place of business, and it could even be in your home. So we have something for everybody.
Yeah, so the turning, the angles, it's something we rarely get with 2D targets. So this is a unique opportunity, everybody. Don't miss it. Steve and Allan are teaching a 3D approach or maybe a 4D approach to defensive shooting. And thank you so much, guys, both for the coffee and for your continued expertise and generosity at TACCon, sharing all of your wealth of knowledge with us. We appreciate it. And I can't wait to see you both in Dallas.
We'll see you in April.
Thank you very much, Tiffany.